Hello, everybody. My name is Nkosi Kennedy, and this is the Two Sides of a Coin podcast. Also on this podcast is my friend John Moore. You want to say hi, John?
Hey everybody, good afternoon.
All right. So, this is the podcast where we talk about a couple things. First, we talk about the New York City food scene, and also we talk about any pop culture stuff like that that's happened throughout the week. Today, we're just going to be wrapping up a little bit of the D23 stuff because a lot of stuff came out that's super interesting and not only about Marvel. Ain't that right, John?
Not only Marvel, definitely not only Marvel.
All right. But yeah, so we're just going to get started off with the food scene. So, John, take us away.
Yes. So for all my Disney fans, I took very focused. My stomach just got very hungry, but specifically hungry. So first place I went to check out was Pizza and Shakes. Now, I totally apologize for all my lactose intolerant people. But I gotta say, this place is on point. I've been there. I had to go there twice for by myself, and then I went there with a lot of other fellow foodies, and we kind of just made it like a whole evening. We didn't we were there for like 3 hours, man. 3 hours just eating pizza and just drinking milkshakes, like the different ones that they had. They had this one where it was a seasonal one, but they made it just for us. It was their St. Patrick's milkshake. Delicious. Very, very, very delicious. So definitely if you're for all people that follow me, definitely look feel free to also follow Pizza and Shakes. On their page, they do a lot of their announcement of seasonal milkshakes artisan milkshakes that they do. And it's a very, very good restaurant because they they do good novelty shakes. So it's like, let's say we have the Little Mermaid coming up. They will actually do a shake for in commemoration to the Little Mermaid, and they did recently a She-Hulk milkshake, um, and that was real good. I tell you, I'm not a fan of like mint chocolate chip, but they made me a fan recently.
So, what was the She-Hulk milkshake like?
Okay, so one, it's a very large milk. They only all the milkshakes, like the artisan ones, they're all large, and they do them like in like the old um like malt milkshake. Remember the malt? You know the malt milkshake shops.
Uh, n- Kind of. Malt's never really been my cup of tea, but you know,
No, I meant like um. Okay, so you remember how in like where our like the restaurants we saw on television where our parents used to go, like the burger spots,
you mean the
that
ones
like
from.
that 70s burger spot flow.
I mean, kind of. I mean, my mom grew up in New York. She didn't go to any 70s spots. She was going to bodegas.
Oh, well, they kind of when they do the milkshake, they're in those like old school malt burger pop shop design, and basically they take the milk, they cover it with green sprinkles. The tip is covered with green sprinkles, whipped cream. Um, what they do is it's not just mint chocolate chip in there. It's also pistachio ice cream in there too. And what they do is on the inside, which I gotta say, which made me a fan. Which made me a fan. They um add like they put like the green food coloring frosting on the inside. It's like a lime. The flavor is like a kiwi lime taste, but it's good. It is good.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it is good. Now the things with pizza and shake is when they do their drinks, they're not always regularly in the rotation. So it's best if you're on Instagram, please follow them so you can get so you have the heads up on all the new artisan milkshakes that they're bringing to the table. And definitely, Kane, we have to go there because I'm telling you, the milkshakes are really on point.
Okay. I'm not really a big fan of milkshakes. I'm more of a I don't know. I'm more of just a straight food type of person, but I'll have the occasional one every now and again.
Yeah, that these ones are good, man. They're just really good. I go to a lot of spots, but that one took the cake. That one just really took it. Like I almost folded a challenge for a spot I've been to cheeseburger. I almost felt like they were challenging them, but it's like no, it's different. It's different. There's no challenge. I mean, but milkshake could give them a run for the money. Whew. Them little milkshakes, the little artisan milkshakes they be doing. Whew, give you a run for the money. But moving on. So you can find pizza and milkshake on 57th Street, 209 West 57th Street. And yes, for all my Manhattaners, yes, it's right in our backyard. The next restaurant I wanted to talk about, which I had a very kind of nostalgic moment, was Nangam BBQ, which is located 793 6th Avenue, not far from K Town. And I tell you, it's very nice. They have a nice little outside seating. The food is ooh, food was great. I mean, I had their chicken wings, the karage style chicken wings, and I had it with a certain flavor sauce on it. It was the oh goodness gracious. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Oh yes. This was the spicy garlic sauce on the wings. And I tell you, dude, that spicy garlic sauce was something. Really was something. I gave that 5 stars all around. And when you have that with the corn cheese, like I would say Nangam is like a strict barbecue, but it could be like I would say it reminded me a lot of my other favorite restaurant, Poacher 32. Reminded me a lot of Poacher 32. But yes, Nangam is definitely a barbecue spot you should definitely check out. It's Korean barbecue per se, and it is good. I mean, I had wedges. Like, Ken, you remember the KFC wedges before they changed from back in the day?
Potato wedges? Yeah, I remember those.
Yes, dude. They do potato wedges, and what they do is they mount it like a little house.
Okay.
Yes, like they did. It was delicious. The potato wedges were well cooked. Um, covered in garlic, little bit of garlic sauce, not too much, just like drizzled with a little garlic sauce, and the Parmesan with basil. And man, I destroyed them. And it just reminded me of me being like me going to a KFC getting um 6-piece strips and a large potato wedges and just sitting at home watching Dragon Ball Z. I felt that nostalgic. I cried a little.
So you're saying that they're stealing KFC's recipe?
I guess I wouldn't say it's KFC's actual recipe because their wedges are more thicker than KFC's was. But once you take that first bite, man, you feel that KFC nostalgia because the wedges are so thick, you know, like you'll um about get about like 8 of them, eight, small amount, good portion, but these are large wedges and they're so good. I wasn't able to wolf these down. I could barely wolf down potato wedges at KFC. And I've seen people wolf them down, but man, nah, not these wedges. Nope. When it comes to my wedges, I know my wedges, and them wedges was on point. They were just so good, so well. I almost I got a little I almost messed my shirt, and I remembered at the last minute that I tucked my napkin over my shirt, so I wouldn't get nothing on my shirt. But I still almost managed to do it, getting food on my shirt.
So what you're saying? It's that greasy?
Well, I'm saying it's that cheesy.
Oh, so the wedges have cheese on them.
Yes, that Parmesan cheese was on there well perfectly, and like it wasn't like not over, but just right. Just right. It's like they kind of look like truffle fries.
All right.
Like you think it's like truffle fries in the description on the menu. Like, oh, just truffle fries, but they do them as wedges. But when you see when the wedges come to the plate, no. Them ain't no. Uh-uh. You ain't getting no little small like thick cut fry and drip and get a basket of them. No, you're getting a well made like little tower of wedges, well made, nicely big, and so good, just so good. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Definitely, guys, got to check it out. Please, definitely check it out. And my last place, but I have to say this place is like the first one I told y'all about. This place is definitely a favorite of mine, and I've told a lot of people about this spot. And it kind of cushioned the blow from me from some of the restaurants I've reviewed in Hell's Kitchen, that were good that has left Hell's Kitchen. Not gonna mention because I don't want to get emotional again about it. This spot, this location, this restaurant is called 375 Chicken. 375 Chicken is located 649 Ninth Avenue in Hell's Kitchen. And when I say they are on point, they are on point. It they are it's like they basically do like the Korean fried chicken and then added it like with waffles. Like they do like chicken and waffles and other stuff too. Like the fried chicken sandwich, on point. On point. I say they're definitely a good contender with certain other restaurants that I've checked out. One specifically, looking forward to checking out. I'm gonna shoot y'all that one. If you follow me on my Instagram, feel free. Just tell me you want the sandwich, and I will put you on to that restaurant. And I gotta say, this 375 chicken, their fried chicken sandwich, man, it actually made me look at the whole Popeyes and KFC back and forth with no Popeyes, KFC, and Chick-fil-A thing. Like their chicken sandwich, I started looking at them, man, like they were McDonald's.
Okay, in what way?
So you know how we have the McDonald's McChicken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, their chicken sandwich is so like it's not even like it's not on like no, it's not greasy, not greasy, not any grease or anything. But when you bite it, you taste the flavor of everything. When you bite a McDonald's chicken sandwich, you just it needs help. Alone, it needs help. Alone, it's nothing. It's just a chicken patty. You know, their chicken sandwich, you're not the crust is not falling apart off of it after every bite. That's one. Two, I'm able to I'm able to I taste every waking flavor of seasoning that was put into that chicken. And I wasn't disappointed. I did not feel like and out and on top of it, it gives you the courage to maybe getting a second. That's how good it is.
How is it courage to get a second one?
Well, you need courage to go for a second one because with everything else that they put with the sandwich, like they're heavy on those fries. Not mad about it, but man, if I'm gonna have that chicken sandwich, I've literally said if I'm gonna have two of those 375 chicken sandwiches, I said to myself, best believe I had to at least I want to at least skip a meal. Cause like I'm not, I'm just gonna. If I'm doing that, I don't want to eat the rest of the day. I don't.
Well,
It's like that's just all that food that they bring into that table. Yeah, the portion is definitely on point.
well, how big is the portion?
Portion I would say is like if you're getting something like the chicken breast. It's a very thick chicken breast. So like you know when you go to the when you want to just like you go to the it's like thick, lightly breaded chicken breast, but fried in a Korean style.
Okay, but how thick? Like, describe it for me.
So I would say if I can, I would say the patty is like lengthwise the size of a like a plushie, like one of those like a little plush toy. Like
Okay.
remember the Beanie Babies?
Yeah, I remember Beanie Babies.
Yeah, remember how they had the ones you could like put on your keys, like the little big the little tall ones. They had like the little clip in the back. Everyone was putting them on their keys and stuff.
A little bit, yeah.
That's how big that patty is. That patty is like they just took a chicken breast right out the pack, one of those big chicken breasts right out the pack, nicely seasoned it, added the breading and fried that baby and was like, here's your sandwich. And not alone they add that it's not extra. They're not very extra. It's a very simple chicken sandwich. I've tried to recreate it at home. I got close. I
Hmm.
got close. I'll try to recreate that sandwich at home. I got close. The one thing I messed up is the with the buttermilk. Yeah, when you the buttermilk marinade. I messed up on that one. But I did get close. I did get close.
Well, I mean,
And I'd say that was good. And then the fries portion, it's a lot. They do give it, the amount of fries they give is the amount of fries you would get from Wendy's Biggie. The Wendy's large fries, it's that amount of fries in there.
so you're saying their regular is like a Wendy's large fry?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of fries.
Yeah, that is a lot of fries. But it's good. It's good. And then the chicken and waffles that they have, what they do is they don't do like certain restaurants with their chicken and waffles. What they do is they do like the popcorn chicken and they put it on top of the waffle. And I highly suggest if you're gonna get something spicy, one of their spicy sauces on with that chicken and waffles, tell you now, I'm warning you. I'm warning you. It's if you're gonna do the chicken and waffles, definitely just have the sandwich. Get the chicken sandwich as regular because you're going to want more food. You're going to want more. Like I mean, depending on how big of a eater you are, yeah, you're gonna get something extra. You're gonna get something extra to go with the chicken and waffles. I'm not denying that. I've taken so many people there, and they were like, "Nah, nah, the chicken and waffles is telling me things." I was like, "I told you, I told you." I said we stood up at the counter when we were ordering food. I told you, and I asked you, "Are you confident you just want the chicken and waffles?" And they were like, "Yes." And now the chicken and waffles had state their case, and now you feel sad because you didn't get anything extra. Because it's like with the chicken and waffles, it's like like you know how they in the cartoons they had like the cake telling you to eat me and stuff.
Uh huh.
Yeah, that's how good. That's how good the chicken and waffles spot is. And they used to be located in the Lower East. They have a location also in the Lower East side, on Ludlow Street. I think Ludlow or Ludlow Ave. I'm telling you, it is 375 chicken is good. I definitely see some longevity in that restaurant. It's got a little small seating, but it's more of like, you come, you can order to. It's better like for some people they just do takeout. I don't whenever I go to 375 chicken, I don't like to do like the too much of the takeout. I prefer to eat it there, you know, and then I'm good to go. Yeah. We gotta go there. We gotta go because you gotta have this chicken sandwich, man. You just gotta
Sure, I'm
like,
open to having a chicken sandwich.
yeah, you gotta, and you definitely gotta try a chicken and waffles. You gotta have that chicken and waffles.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's just gonna be chicken sandwich or chicken waffles. It's not gonna be a both thing. It's either or.
Uh, I mean, well, depending if they how some restaurants they do change up on how they have certain sandwiches. So, and I would say that's one of many spots I've been to where they'll have like a different chicken sandwich.
All right, then what's you
So
just got the regular chicken sandwich?
I got the regular chicken sandwich, and that was delicious. You
But
know,
you're saying this place has seasonal chicken sandwiches?
They do have seasonal chicken sandwiches, like seasonal flavored chicken sandwiches. Yeah, they do.
Okay, what were some of the seasonal ones that you saw?
The one that I had that stood out to me most was the Asian zing, one with the Asian zing. It was like it looked when you looked at it, it almost looked like they fried it like they in a Korean barbecue style way, and then like dipped it, but let it coat. Like they let the sauce just coat the whole fried chicken breast. So it's like when you bite into it, you got a layer of sauce on the outside, the breading on the inside, a layer of breading, and then the actual chicken breast.
All right.
It was yeah, I said it right. Yeah, Asian. I said it right. Asian zing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Asian
Yeah,
zing.
yeah. Make sure I said it right. Um, but it was good. It was real good. I really enjoyed that sandwich. I was like, oof. I mean, I kind of felt a little, like I was going too heavy with that Asian zing sauce, because I also got on my chicken and waffles. So I was like, yeah, kind of overdid it, but it was worth it. Did not complain after that. Nope. Mm-mm. I was a very satisfied customer. I even called the restaurant and told the owner of that site that if they ever if they need security, feel free to call me. Because I was assuming one of the perks would be like if I worked there as security, you get free food, you know. But I found out from the actual security guard that works there. Nah, they don't do that.
Oh, they don't pay you in free. I would hope they don't pay you in free food. I would hope they pay you in money.
No, we get paid in money, but we don't get no free food. Like some places like because they throw out certain food, they'll they'll um they'll give it to the staff to take home.
Yeah,
But nah, they don't do it. They do not do that there. They do not do that there.
well, that's a little sad.
Yeah, it's a little sad, but on one hand, it's not that bad. Come on. I mean, most people, most restaurants that have security, they usually aren't there for that long, and I mean the person themselves may not be interested in that type of food. But yes, I definitely feel free to check out those restaurants, guys.
All right. Well, thank you, John, for all the good chicken and milkshake spots. You know, we'll,
Hmm.
we'll definitely have to check those out later.
Oh, definitely.
All right. So let's jump into the biggest news from this past week, and that would be D23.
Hmm.
Now, for those of you who are not aware, D23 is the Disney Channel's very own expo. Think about it like Comic Con, but it's only
Yeah.
for a particular company, and that's Disney, because Disney has so many products and just so much content that they can display and show that
Yeah.
while they are at the bigger, fan events, they just decided, in a move of both corporate greed and also just savvy business shit, because they do go hand in hand a lot of the times. Hey,
Hmm.
if we can just allow people to pay us directly, we can put on an event, and if we have just an event with us, then they can really, really make money, and we can own, our timetables and all that stuff, so that way the Disney brand will be out there even bigger than it already is with all the Disney adults out there. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of info that came out of it. Um, and, you know, it's interesting in the way that with Disney, they have so much information, but because Marvel is such a big brand, it's because I've heard people say that not a lot of things happened at D23, and I guess it's if you were focused on just Marvel, if the only thing you cared about is what's going on in the MCU, then I could kind of see that there wasn't a lot of stuff coming out of D23. But
Yeah, but it's D23. Like there's so much when it comes to Disney, it's so much. So you really can't really be too focused on the MCU, you know? Oh man, it was so much, so much. I One thing that spoke out to me was the live action Little Mermaid. About time, you know?
I mean, I don't think it's really an about time type of thing.
I kind of feel it is. We're seeing all the being a Disney Channel fan for all these years and seeing all their Disney originals. Yeah, live action Little Mermaid definitely need to be done.
I mean, okay, that's an interesting place to start with it. I mean, I would say with the Disney Little Mermaid, honestly, I want to see it, but also I'm not of the mindset that a good animated movie needed to be made into a live action thing. They've been doing this for the past couple of years. They did it with The Lion King, they did it with Beauty and the
Yeah.
Beast, they're doing it with The Little Mermaid now. So, you know, I'm not necessarily, clamoring to see it. I mean, I saw the stuff that was said with with Halle Bailey, and almost said uh, Halle Williams, and I was like, nope, that's two different people. Let's not,
Yeah,
because I was thinking of Halle Berry and Vanessa Williams, and I was like, nope, that's showing my age there. Two different
yeah,
people.
yeah, dude.
It's Halle Bailey, who is one half of the group Chloe and Bailey, who are twin sisters. Who she's a good actress because I first saw her
Mhm.
before she broke out when she was on Grownish. You know,
Yes. Honestly, I really, when I watched Grownish, I was a fan of hers and her sister. So I don't know, was it Hallie or the sister that I remember dated one of them dated Diggy Simmons' character in the show, Reverend Son.
yeah, I know who Reverend Son is. Yeah.
One of them dated it, and the other one dated Junior, her brother.
Yes,
I was actually rooting that relation's going to go the distance, but it didn't.
but
Yeah,
to loop back to
yeah.
to
D23.
yeah, loop back to D23. The big thing that I've seen about the Little Mermaid since you brought it up was, of course, there's a lot of racist backlash or people who are talking from either a very conscious racial backlash or a very unconscious racial backlash. Um,
I think it's coming from. I think it's probably. From what I've seen, I think it's most of this was unconscious because I don't see these people sticking to what they're saying.
I mean, I see them. There are some people who are 10 toes down in the racism. I would say for most people, it's more like they see something, and it's more like they see, quote unquote, something taken away from them. I don't think it's really taken away from them, honestly. You know, I was thinking, do you need the best person for the role? Especially since The Little Mermaid has nothing really to do with her race or her ethnicity or anything like that. Like, I think the only thing that I've heard from people who've said, hey, this might be something that's a little problematic, and even then, when I heard it, I didn't care, was people who were like, well, the Little Mermaid is a redhead, and there's not much redheaded, representation. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess I would say to those people, well, that's why you need to push for that live action Brave movie
Right.
with Meredith, because that character is a redhead, and that is important to the character and who they are, and I would say if the representation you're holding on to is a mermaid that is a fictional character that could have any kind of hairstyle, then, you know, I would say it's probably not the best form of representation, and maybe you just need to take a step back and start, hey, maybe we should try and build characters that look like us and it actually matters, rather than something where it's like, hey, it is a hair color. But that's just me, in regards to that. But I heard her sing. She sounds great as usual. So I'm really going to be
Mm-hmm.
interested to see how she pulls off that role.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a look. It's definitely a good look. Like this, one of the shows that I was I shocked Toya. Yeah, yes, I shocked Latoya when I told her this, man. That they're doing another Cars movie, and on top of that, Raven's Home has got their sixth season.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
that was kind of a shock to Toya. She was like, "Wait, they're getting another season?" I was like, "Yeah, they're getting another season." It's like, "Is it on?" No. She was like, you know, she was like, "Okay, okay." Tell me stuff. You just tell me when it's on. I was like, "Yeah, but it's coming. It's on the way." Now she's watching all the That's So Ravens, not That's So Raven, all the Ravens Home episodes from the first going down to the fifth.
Okay. Well, you know, I that's interesting. I mean, I'm happy for Raven Simone that they're able to find work and all that stuff. And I didn't hear
Mhm.
about the car stuff. I thought that was already announced before D23, but that's
Well,
pretty cool.
this one per se is it's animated shorts, and this also is going to be carried by a movie
Oh, so they're doing animated shorts and a movie?
and a big movie with with the show Cars.
What? I mean, Cars was already a movie franchise. So Cars was
Right.
movies before it was TV. So they're doing a Cars 4 now?
This will be Cars on the Road, if I'm correct. Yeah, on the road.
Okay.
I think I got the title right.
I
Hopefully,
mean,
I got the title right.
I thought with Cars on the Road, I think if I remember that was supposed to be just a TV show. I don't think that was a movie.
No, the Cars on the Road is a TV show. Yeah, yeah. The Cars on the Road is a TV show. The name I have a hard time remembering.
All right. Well,
But I know it's going to be a movie. They're having a movie coming out for the Cars franchise.
all right. Well, I haven't heard anything about a Cars 4, but
No, it's
I'll
not Cars 4. It's just like different name.
all right. are you sure this is a different thing, or are you know what? That's fine. Uh, so okay. Well, go back to D23 stuff. Um, there is, a lot of D23 news that was announced that's not Cars related. So there was Inside Out 2 that was
Yeah.
announced. There was Wish, which is an original movie coming out, which is about, somebody getting a wish and how it might or might not work out. There is
Yeah.
a new sci-fi movie called Ilo or Elo about
Yeah,
uh,
Elo. You're right, Elo.
it's about a boy who gets transported, you know, across the galaxy. Then, of course, they're having the movie that's being partnered with a studio, with a Nigerian studio for Iwaju, which I'm
Yeah.
actually a little interested in because this is being partnered with a film studio out of Africa set in the future. So we're getting a little bit of Afrofuturism in Disney, and it's supposedly set like 100 years in the future in like Lagos, Nigeria. So that one I'm
Yeah.
also interested in. Uh, Pixar's coming out with their first actual series, which is going to be called Win or Lose. Um, that
Hmm.
that looks a little interesting.
Yeah.
Pixar is known for movies, so them doing a series is going to be interesting. Uh, there's that new Pixar movie called Elemental that's going to be coming
Yeah.
out. That one looks a little interesting. A guy who's water and a girl who's fire, and how they're not going to like kill each other in the process. It's a Pixar movie, so I'm not that worried about it. You
No.
know, and there is also the movie that I am least looking forward to, which is Mufasa, the Lion King. Um,
Wait, you're least looking forward to Mufasa the Lion King?
why in the world would I look forward to a prequel about the Lion King? That doesn't make any sense.
They had, oh man,
Don't
really, really,
man me. No, 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 no. You're gonna sit down and you're gonna listen that not everything needs a prequel. So no, not everything needs a prequel. I'm not interested in it. The only reason I'm even thinking about it is because apparently James Earl Jones is coming back as the voice of Mufasa. That is the only reason I'm even a little interested. But we did not need this. This wasn't something where it was a nice thing to have. This is something
hmm
where this was unnecessary to begin with. Like nobody was asking for it, nobody needed it. And honestly, after what they did with the live action version of The Lion King, why would I trust them to say any more Lion King stories? Please elaborate on that and tell me without just saying I love, Disney. Yeah. So allow me, regale me on why Mufasa, the Lion King, is going to be a good idea.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Ready for it? All right. So, 'cause I've watched a lot of the Lion King from when they did the Lion King 2, where they talk about Simba's daughter, and love that. Love that movie. But one thing I like was the where they talked about they did it went straight to DVD. It was about Scar, and I think it was the it's like Lion, something like Lion Guardians. And I was like, okay, so this talks about how Scar defunct from his grace, fell from grace. So I'm like, okay, yes, this is something I like. I would like to really hear. about Mufasa's? Was it as similar as Simba's, or was it more different? That's why I feel the prequel talking about Mufasa. I'm actually looking forward to it, and I want to hear it.
All right. So are you talking about the Lion Guard?
Yes, the Lion Guard. Yes.
Okay, so the Lion Guard, if I remember correctly, had nothing to do with Scar. It had to do with Scar's son.
That was kind.
So,
No, but in the story they talk about how Scar was a part of the first one.
I mean, yeah, but why do I
It gives
need
a
to?
little pass on him falling from grace.
I don't need all the bad guys to have a good side. Like, sometimes a bad person can just be a bad person. It's unrealistic to think that every single bad person was going to be is good, but they just took a wrong turn. Sometimes there are people where, you know, it's nothing what they were going to do, they're just going to be bad. And Scar wasn't really bad, he was just selfish and cruel unnecessarily. He wanted power, he always wanted power. I don't even think in the Lion Guard they showed that he's a guy that, hey, I didn't always want power. I think Scar always wanted power.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why I said it's the least interesting movie to me. I don't need to see it. If I never saw it, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's going to be amazing. Maybe it's going to change my mind. But this is going to be a prequel that I'm probably just going to skip unless I hear reviews and it's going to say this is amazing, because this was completely unnecessary and it's just taking blood from the stone in a way that does not need to be taken.
Oh,
Like, you had you have this elemental, you have this long form series, you had, I listed off like four new things, and then the simple fact is the only reason they went out with Mufasa is because look at your reaction when they're talking about, oh, Mufasa, it's the Lion King. I'm gonna get more of the Lion King. Like, when we talk about why we don't see new stories in Hollywood, that's part of the reason, you know. But mini rant over about Mufasa and why I don't want to see it, because there are a couple of other things, like, and also in the same boat as Mufasa is the new live action Snow White that's coming out. I don't need to see that, honestly. Um, Although it is going to be interesting to see Gal Gadot as the evil witch,
thank you.
but honestly, I'll hold for that because Snow White's been, done in so many ways that I could see a different Snow White, you know.
Okay, what about I got two things I'm only actually looking forward to. Well, three things I'm actually looking forward to. That came out of D23 that I'm excited about seeing. Is the Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Uh, the new episodes for Big Shot and National Treasure.
Ah, the new National Treasure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So why are you interested in the new National Treasure?
Okay. So the whole story. I mean, the whole storyline from what I got from the trailer. It is. I'm getting. I don't. I'm trying. I'm kind of confused with it because like I want to know, is this it doesn't look like it's like a continuation from the Nicolas Cage National Treasure.
It is a continuation. Nicolas
I
Cage is
I, I,
not
I
in
didn't
it.
know. I was unsure when I was watching it if it's a continuation of the first two National Treasure movies, or is it just like a total different story.
Oh,
That's what I, from when I was looking at the trailer, I was like, I was on I would say I was kind of I was more interested because I wanted to see where they went with this National Treasure.
well, yeah, that's why I said that it was a continuation. Nicolas Cage is not going to
Mhm.
be in it, but it is set in the same universe. So some
Okay.
characters will be returning, but all the things in the Nicolas Cage movies have happened in this universe, and it's just going to be a brand new person in the lead.
Right. Yeah. Also, the Santa Clauses.
Eh,
What? I mean, it's perfect for Christmas time, and it's good to see Tim Allen, man.
do we absolutely know that Tim Allen is going to be in these new Santa Claus movies? I thought it was going to be a new person.
No, no, this one is Tim Allen's in it.
All right. And what's it called? What's this new Santa Claus called?
The Santa Clauses.
So is it gonna have like a new Santa Claus in there? Cause
I think they're going to be introducing a new Santa Claus, so the mantle's being passed because Tim Allen Santa Claus is stepping down for being Santa Claus. That's what I got from the trailer. You know, in the trailer they say he says, "I'm retiring," and I was like, "Wait, wait. This is different from wait, you're." I started laughing. I was like, "Wait, the first Santa Claus when Tim Allen came in, that Santa Claus didn't say he was retiring. That Santa Claus fell off the roof, and then boom, Tim Allen became Santa Claus."
well, I mean, I guess you can retire. You just can't. You can also die doing it. So
Yeah.
that was a surprisingly dark movie when you thought about it. The fact that Santa Claus dies, disappears, and then, he becomes the new Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm. And another thing, one thing I don't know if you wanted to mention it, but Hocus Pocus 2.
Yeah, well, I was definitely gonna get there,
Oh,
but
I'm sorry.
yeah, and Hocus Pocus 2 is going to be a thing. I mean, I'm interested to see how they're going to, come at it. And,
Hmm.
they got the three witches again. I mean, I've seen some more trailers of it. I'm interested. I saw that there's a scene where one of them, who is it? Not Bette Midler's character, but Kathy Najimy's character, she's riding now on Roombas, which I was already like, yeah, yeah, this is probably just gonna be my jam. And also, the big thing is going to be the song, because they're gonna come out with another song in that
Yes.
movie, and I'm interested to see how they're gonna do it. Like, it's gonna be an interesting thing, because
I I kind of like the return character of the zombie as opposed to that cat.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, the cat, didn't he like die at the end?
Yeah. You're right. The cat did die. No, he didn't just die, but he was able to move on.
Yeah, yeah. The cat was
Like
like,
he was his soul's unfinished business was done.
yeah. I mean, the cat was able to move on. That's good. We do get the zombie. I did like that. So I'm interested in seeing that. There's also Disenchanted, which is going to be the sequel to Enchanted,
Interest.
which I'm interested in as well. Uh, that one is definitely going to have more Adina Menzel, because she's
Hmm.
in the first one, but she's not really in it a lot. And I think that one they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we have the woman who voices Frozen in this movie, so we're just gonna throw her a song or two. You know,
Word.
like Disney's not slick in regards to that.
No.
Also, just the last thing on the Disney side before we get to Marvel, there's the new Peter Pan and Wendy, which
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in. Peter Pan's always a weird story for me. Like I always
Really?
feel like it peaked with Hook and it just never reached high to those heights again. R.I.P. Robin Williams. Uh,
Oh,
and
yeah.
also there's the Haunted Mansion that's coming in. You know,
Yes.
I don't know. It could be something. I'll reserve my judgment on that. But it's got Winona Ryder, Dan Levy. I think Danny DeVito is also going to be in it. So it's got some comedy people that I'm kind of interested in. So
Oh, yeah, definitely.
you know, um, hopefully we'll see something really really interesting there. But I'll know that you really want to talk about your Marvel stuff. So what is it on the
Yes.
Marvel side you saw that you're super interested in?
The invasion.
Yes.
The invasion with the Secret Wars. That I can't wait to watch because we see Nick Fury and like, okay, this is where I show. This is where I start to shine. You know?
I mean, I just think, it's when you're talking about like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like a lot of the movies in this phase have been really lighthearted. Which is
Yeah.
fine. I actually like the fact that a lot of them have been lighthearted. I don't need to be emotionally wrecked every single, episode of every single movie in order to enjoy it. And also we got off a lot of big emotional things from the last phase. So I think this is
Mm,
really going to be the first real show that's going to like, hey, we're going to keep it at a level. We're going to answer, where's Fury been this entire time? We know he's been in space, but what he's actually been doing. And, the scrolls are coming, I don't know if you noticed this, but the black guy in the trailer, the one that you see as a bunch of scrolls, uh,
hmm.
I love that actor because that actor was in the movie One Night in Miami. He played Malcolm X in the movie.
Oh, now I recognize.
So, he's a incredibly talented actor. If you haven't seen One Night
Yeah.
in Miami, you should see it. But I would say with that, I'm really interested in that. We got a little bit about Secret Wars, nothing about Black Panther, which I think angered people, and nothing about the Fantastic Four, which honestly, it's really interesting because we know there's going
Hmm.
to be a Fantastic Four. We
Yeah.
know it. They've already announced it. But did you
Plenty
walk
of times.
away? Did you walk away from D23 like mad that they didn't tell you like the cast or stuff like that for uh Fantastic Four?
I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I really wasn't mad. I mean, when I watched D23, I was more I was more satisfied and I was good that I didn't hear a lot of Marvel's stuff involving Fantastic Four, but I didn't take anything I didn't show any negativity because they didn't do that.
Well, it's just I think with a lot of fans they got really hyped up and they thought, well, D23 they're going to give us all of this information that we've wanted. And I think Marvel is just kind of like, we've already announced our roadblock. We've announced our roadmap. We've told you all the stuff that's coming ahead. You don't need to see everything right now. This is going to be good. They showed a little bit more of Andor. Um,
Yeah.
you know,
And another one I'm looking into, which was I was excited about, which involves one of my favorite female martial art actresses is American Horror Story with Michelle Yeoh.
Th- They're doing American Horror Story on Disney Plus.
It's a it's like not American Horror Story, but it's a kind of like an adaptation of American Horror Story, but it's with like the Chinese and well, Asian lore with mythical beasts.
I'm trying to wrap my head around that. I don't remember that at all. I remember Werewolf by Night, which was going to be the Marvel horror theme thing. I
Right.
remember Ironheart. I remember they talked a little bit about the new Avatar movie, Way of the Water. Uh, Thunderbolts. I know they talked about that. They also talked about the new Captain America 4 and Echo, the new Marvel series with Alki Cox, the actress who was deaf in Hawkeye. Like her
Hmm.
character is Echo. She's getting her own show. Uh, they also talked about Daredevil Born Again. Um, but I don't remember a horror series starring Michelle. What's the name of it?
Well, they didn't really give too much of the name in the D23. That's what I when I seen that, that's what I got off it. That's what it was being called. But it is a Disney series starring her, and it is good. The trailer scenes that they showed from it, it is going to be good. It's it was more showed in like day two from the expo.
Okay. I mean, I would say the only thing that I remember from Michelle Yao that's being shown is wait, let me think. Are you talking about that TV series like American Born Chinese or something like that?
Yes, that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, that okay. All right.
Yeah, that is that is going to be nice. Because at first I was when I saw it, the first show that well no, the first original show that like Disney related show that popped in my head was well no, it was a movie. It was a movie. Was remember the Disney show the Disney movie Wendy Wu?
I mean, I do remember Wendy Wu.
Like how she was this like warrior. That's the first thing that popped in my head when I seen that.
So,
I was like, wow, they're bringing back the martial arts and stuff. Okay.
hey, you know, with when I first remember about American Born Chinese, because I didn't remember it off the top of my head. Um,
Yeah.
I just thought, it was kind of like that show Ragnarok, where it was about kids that were reborn mythical gods, and that was like the Norse pantheon. So, if this is going to
Right.
be something like that, then that could be really interesting. But
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if Michelle Yao is always a great, you know, actress. She always comes with a lot of, fire and passion. So if Michelle Yao is going to be involved in the project, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, the only thing I would talk about and that I was kind of interested in from D23 was that announcement of that new game that they're coming out with, the Untitled one, where it's going to be set in World War I, where
Oh
it's
yeah.
going to
That's
have a Black Panther, Captain America, what looks like a Harlem Hellfighter, and a member of the Dora Milaje.
all right.
Oh yeah, that one really interested me.
Yes, it caught my eye a lot. It definitely caught my eye. I'm definitely looking to buy that. I mean, I will buy it, but I will also download it onto my system. So I have both.
Sure.
I have a collector's item, and I have it on my system downloaded.
That is always a good thing to have on there. But
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, the D23 news was a lot. It had so much left over, and honestly, I just love the fact that we're getting all this stuff and we're getting a lot of increased diversity, because it's not out
Hmm.
of the goodness of Disney's heart, but the good thing is that when people are able to show up, it will make even the coldest heart that can show and not be interested in something realize, hey, this will make me money, so I'm going to do it. And
Hmm.
people have put in the work, so now we're getting so much more diversity and inclusion, and
Hmm.
I'm really happy about that. But John, what's your last thoughts on it?
My last thoughts on it, D23, is that this is definitely like what they brought to the table was definitely what I needed. Definitely what I needed. And now I'm like really looking forward to the following year, you know? Like I'm making financial goals, dude. That's how that's how like inspired I am from D23.
Well, hey, anytime that a convention makes you want to think with your wallet in the future, I think that's always a good idea and also just a good selling point, as in saying, if we can make people think with their wallet over the next year about our projects, then it's mission accomplished no matter what anybody thinks, you know.
Hmm.
And speaking about speaking with our wallets, I think we can end the episode here. So, John, tell people where to find you.
You can find your everyday fat man at Fat Man Love Anime NYC 21 on Instagram. Feel free to follow. And if there's a certain restaurant you feel should be devoured by me, feel free to message me, give me a heads up. We'll go there together, you know? So that way you don't just get my opinion, I get to hear your opinion.
All right. And so, as I keep on saying, if you need to find me, don't. But if you want to reach out to us in terms of the podcast and everything like that, we have several ways for you to do that. So you can find us on Instagram at Two Sides of a Coin. That's TWOSIDEZ of a coin, all one word. You can email us at two sides podcast at gmail.com. You could also find us on Twitter at Two Sides Coin. So, you know, we really appreciate you guys listening and catching up with us and listening to my little mini rant on Mufasa. I stand firmly behind it, and I will never take it back unless the movie is good. Um, but yeah, guys, we appreciate you guys listening, and we'll catch you next week.
Yes, next week, guys.